Lesson on Android Content Provider, Insertion, Deletion, and Updation. Content providers can help an application manage access to data stored by itself, stored by other apps, and provide a way to share data with other apps. Content provider allow other applications to securely access and modify your app data. Accessing data. To access data in a content provider, you use the content resolver object in your application's context to communicate with the provider as a client. Below an example is given. Inserting, updating, and deleting data. To insert data into a provider, you call the content resolver.insert method. Example is given below. The method used for updating is content resolver.update method. Example is given below. The method used for deleting is content resolver.delete method. Example is given below. Different methods of content provider are: query, retrieve data from your provider. Use the arguments to select the table to query, the rows and columns to return, and the sort order of the result. Return the data as a cursor object. Insert a new row into your provide. Use the arguments to select the destination table and to get the column values to use. Return a content URI for the newly inserted row. Update existing rows in your provider. Use the arguments to select the table and rows to update and to get the updated column values. Return the number of rows updated. Delete rows from your provider. Use the arguments to select the table and the rows to delete. Return the number of rows deleted. Get type. Return the MIME type corresponding to a content URI. This method is described in more detail in the section implementing content provider MIME types. On create, initialize your provider. The Android system calls this method immediately after it creates your provider. Notice that your provider is not created until a content resolver object tries to access it.